Good morning. Uh, the maintenance to a woman, how to be calculated, how you have to facilitate the court to grant substantial maintenance to the wife, even if the husband is not holding the information about his income and claiming that the wife is also is a working woman and earning substantial amount so that she could maintain herself. How to overcome all these objections and what all are the main provisions dealing with this maintenance, fixing of maintenance. I would like to refer the judgment AR 2021 Karnataka 45 B. Nagesh Baliga versus Pushpalata Pai. Intermarriage Act Section 25. Section 25 says that at the time of dissolution of marriage, the court can fix alimony, permanent alimony or monthly maintenance. Permanent alimony, quantum, plea of husband that wife working as attender and earning adequate income to maintain herself, wife residing along with her father and minor daughter. Father of wife not having any immovable property of their own, whereas husband having his own house on shopping complex. Wife earning 10,867 per month and bearing educational expenses of her daughter. Husband deliberately chose not to adduce evidence indicating that he was making only rupees 5,000 per month. By itself would lead to inference that his income was more than 5,000. Award of 8 lakhs as permanent alimony was proper. This was the case. So I would like to take you the case of Rajesh versus Neha online AR online 2020 SC 915, where the Supreme Court has rendered certain principles for grant of alimony. They say the factor which would weigh with the counter court inter alia are the status of the parties, reasonable needs of the wife and dependent children, whether the applicant is educated and professionally qualified, whether the applicant has any independent source of income, whether income is sufficient to enable her to maintain the same standard of living as she was accustomed to her matrimonial home, whether the applicant was employed prior to her marriage, whether she was working during substance of the marriage, whether the wife was required to sacrifice her employment opportunity for nurturing the family, child rearing, and looking after adult members of the reasonable cost of litigation for non-working women. These all are the factors. Then they say Section 23A of HAMA Act, Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, provides statutory guidance with respect to criteria for determining quantum of maintenance. Subsection 2 of Section 23 of HAMA provides the following: position and status of parties, reasonable wants of the claimant, if the petitioner claimant is living separately, justification for the same, value of the claimant's property and any income derived from such property, income from claimant's own earning or from any other source. These are the aspects to be considered. Then Section 20 subclass 2 of the DV Act, Domestic Violence Act, provides that monetary relief granted to the aggrieved woman and the children must be adequate, fair, reasonable and consistent with the standard of living to which aggrieved woman was accustomed to her in matrimonial home. This was the court has held. Then they say they also discussed about the family of the wife was owning a house, but that house was a joint family property. The wife alone is not entitled. All considering into that, they have hold good about the family court order of maintenance. So this is the judgment, and what to do, what not to do. at the time of filing maintenance. Normally, after filing HMOP, you may file section 24 application. 25 is at the time of dissolution of it. Therefore, you have to file another application for maintenance. Therein, you have to state all the now. This recent Supreme Court judgment says that you have to file a pro forma details about your property and your other income and other side property and liabilities. Liabilities means what the school fees you have to pay, what all are the medical expenses you have to bear, and what is your rent to be payable, what is your petrol expense. All these you have to state all those things. And in another case, Supreme Court held that if a wife after desertion secure a job for her survival, that income should not be calculated as a negligible income while fixing maintenance of the wife. Therefore, you specifically state, and also you can invoke interrogaries chapter of CPC, wherein you can issue notice to the respondent husband to show his income and other particulars of his movable property. Others. If he is not answering, that may be presumed against him, and he is withholding that information. On that score, as in this given case, how the court held that his income was more than 5,000 rupees. All these things should be considered, and you have to specifically state how she was living at the time of matrimonial home. What all are the drawbacks and the girl sacrificed at the time of leading her life in matrimonial, like discontinuance of studies, resign of his job, and other income when she was at parents' house. All these things you may, and you can also still say that the girl, if she was working even prior to marriage, how she was helping her parents, and how the parents helped her in for bringing up her education and standard life, so that she get a good employment. How much of amount was spent for her to train to successfully get over in the selection process of for his employment. All these things you can say, you can innovate so many things so that, but this is what happening. And the courts are very liberal nowadays, and the husbands, all husbands normally claims we do not have jobs, I left job. But this doctrine of maintenance says right from the common law process prevailed in England. They say rob, steal, borrow, but you pay maintenance. See, that is why in 1898 CRPC there was a emergent provisions for neglected women, parents and children, because there should be emergent requirement to protect them, because it's a question of survival. Then in 1973 CRPC also contained that 125 CR. Therefore, these courts, criminal courts must concentrate on 125 cases in an emergent way and dispose it. Should be disposed in a summary way, without giving a long opportunity of cheap examination, cross examination, all those things for maintenance. They should fix maintenance. The only defense available to the husband in maintenance case, living in adultery and deliberately deserting her husband and living separately. This is only. And another thing, if you have degree of restitution of conjugal rights and she is not obliging that degree or obeying that degree, then automatically she is not entitled for maintenance. So far parents are concerned, the sons are left, and so far children are concerned, the father is left no other way than to pay maintenance. Therefore, you can straight away submit all these things, facts and other things before the courts, so that woman or deviated their track of moral for their survival. Best happy Tamil New Year to all my subscribers, my friends, my followers.